Hello, everybody. Welcome to Patterson Properties broadcast. Probably the second official video for Patterson Properties. So basically a short video. I just wanted to talk to you all about my perspective in regards to the 2018 tax season, and hopefully you all are getting a good tax return this year, from your 2018 taxes. I implore you all, if you are not a real estate homeowner, now is the time, especially if you're getting a good return of a couple of $1,000s, depending on where you live at, even if it's in the DMV area or if it's in another cheaper state. I implore you to invest as soon as possible so you can take advantage of the tax benefits of being a homeowner, or, as I say, being a real estate investor, especially those that reside in the DMV area and don't plan to stay here. I implore you to utilize your tax money if you get a couple $1,000s back. Put it into a duplex home in another cheaper state or in an area that you can afford to at least purchase and rent as an investment property, or you can obviously move to another state and purchase that property. And a lot of people, and this is definitely not a new method, but a lot of people that end up getting a duplex, they'll maintain it, and one of the actual aspects of the house, one unit of the house, they'll rent it out, and most of the times they'll to the point where it at least pays half of the mortgage or all of the mortgage. So it allows you to save money and maintain. And if you wanted to, you could buy another house, another duplex or another house, and you could end up renting that second unit out. And then you're making you're making enough money to the point where you're, from a rental perspective, especially if you're getting like two rental incomes, you're making enough money to pay off your next mortgage. And obviously you could continue to do that from there. And there's other methods to where that's a great way to start out. But another method you can utilize is after that is dealing with private money lenders. And that's something I'll get into at a later time. But for now, it's just getting into the aspects of getting you started so you can have an asset. When it comes down to real estate, it's very hard at times for people to get into the real estate business. And this is just for the people that are just getting started. If you're already in the business, it definitely doesn't pertain to you because you know this and probably way more than I can talk about in regards to this. But this is a video basically saying use your tax money for something that's going to become some sort of an asset for you. So it's asset generates you money on a weekly, daily, or a monthly basis. So this is a great way. So a great example, if you live in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Northern Virginia area, buy a duplex in a state like Pennsylvania, Michigan, or Ohio, Indiana. And on the main research you just need to do is to ensure that there's a good amount of renters in those specific areas, and that at least those people can pay the costs for the rent. So a lot of areas you have where you can buy a home and the mortgage is $200-300 a month, taxes and insurance included and all that good stuff, all that, escrow stuff. And then a lot of times, but the rent is usually from $700 to $800 a month for most people. And it's hard for a lot of people in that area to become homeowners. So you as a landlord can benefit off of an extra $400 or $600 a month. And I don't know about you, but that's good to me. So a couple $100 a month is always a beautiful thing. And if you're the wiser, you'll save that money and not spend it on some nonsense, and then you can just do the whole thing all over again. So obviously there's more to it, but I just wanted to give a little basics of the utilizing your tax money when it comes to getting an asset instead of just buying a fancy car or some name brands that nobody really cares about. And every time you buy that, you're just making somebody else richer and not yourself. So it's just little tidbits, my perspective in regards to what somebody should use their 2018 tax returns for, especially if they're getting a good one. And especially if you don't own a home and you have a family, obviously your kids would appreciate living in a bigger home or just having a home of their own. Or if you're in an expensive area, but you're renting, but you have an opportunity to purchase an investment property elsewhere, it's a beautiful thing. Open up an LLC. That way you can get the tax breaks of traveling back and forth to those areas, whether it's driving, flying, planes, trains, automobiles, et cetera, and so forth. So that's my perspective. There'll be more videos to come, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that little tidbit in regards to the 2018 tax returns and what you should do with it in regards to purchasing an asset. So take care. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.